guys, welcome to the latest edition of Tanking with Tony. As always, I appreciate you guys checking in on my videos. I want to talk to you today about tank or map awareness. This is something that I think is widely underdeveloped in the average pub player, either through inexperience or just not really wanting to get better, which seems to be more the case these days than anything. Map awareness starts during the countdown, guys. If you notice, this is a 7v7 heavy, but if you look at the comp, tank comp, on each side, they are 8 heavy and with 1 9 and two 10s, and we have 3 10s, 2 9s, and a couple 8s. So we're heavy on the bigger heavy tanks in this game. And so what that does for you right from the beginning is help you decide where you want to go. Obviously on this map, it's pretty normal for the heavies to head north. But right away in this replay, you're going to notice that this is where awareness comes in. Is right away you're going to notice that the tanks that are heading north are not going to get any spots right away. You'll notice as I dig into the city, which I did intentionally because I knew the clicker would be focusing the big heavy slow mouse, despite the fact that there's like 6 tanks north, probably lit at this point. No, he's looking for me. So I'm going to take a pretty big hit from them. Despite my attempts to avoid it, I'm going to take a pretty big hit from the Artie here shortly. But here is where map awareness comes in, fellas. If you will notice, we have 5, 6. There's the Artie hit. That's beautiful. God, so balanced. So I'm going to pause this video real quick, and we're going to take a look at a few things. Tank comp. Let's examine our tank comp here. Let me get my pen up. If you'll notice, as I said, we're a little heavier in terms of HP and tier 10 tanks than they are. So, as is pretty normal, our bulk of our force went north, which is not unusual, okay? But you also notice that they have more TDs than we do. So, you know, the normal TD spots on this map, you'd expect there's to be some TDs piled up in these bushes over here. And then you can also see that clearly, as you noticed right off the get-go, that their bigger TDs are lined up on that ridge down there to shoot into the city. So this is really where awareness comes in, because at this point, these guys here should be lighting stuff. They should be getting lights on this area here, and when they're not, and you already see 3 heavies down in the city, this is where making a push or changing what you're doing is really important to winning battles. And if you'll notice as I restart the video here, that our forces really, for the better part of the next several minutes, are going to leave me alone fighting the bulk of their team and never make any attempt to relocate. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that, and I mean, you'll even see it. I'm not ashamed to admit it. This is the kind of stuff that gets people salty. I get a little salty in this game because it's like, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing at this point? So this really isn't that spectacular of a replay in terms of my own personal damage or performance, other than, you know, the understanding that you have this huge group of heavies up on the north side of this map who we are now 2 minutes in and have done essentially nothing and are engaging nothing. They might be peeking up over the hill, taking a look at stuff, but they're not really getting a whole lot of engaging shots on these tanks because they're piled up on the ridge with cover and they're piled up in the city. So you're going to see here, as this game progresses, that they're going to push in to kill me, which is the appropriate move. I'm a little bit isolated, and it gives them the opportunity to try that. So when they see the push happen, once again, you see this giant, you know, glut of people up here doing nothing. You got to move at some point, guys. I mean, I just don't understand kind of that mentality. So here we are now 3 minutes into this match, and every one of those tanks has not moved their position one bit, despite the fact that if they were to come down here where I'm at, they would have shots on a whole bevy of tanks, much less just give me some help. You know, at this point, you know, it would be appreciated. So finally the RHM digs in. Literally, we are now sub 4 minutes or more than 4 minutes into this match, and they have really not moved one bit. The rest of this replay really isn't about my gameplay per se. I didn't really do anything great in this match other than, pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to what's happening on the map, and be willing to be flexible with your tank. You might have to give up a little bit of HP to relocate, to get into a decent fighting position. But our heavies, other than myself, really sat and did nothing in this match. And that's pretty frustrating as a player who is attempting his best to hold off or fight multiple tanks on his own from multiple angles, including being focused by Artie, when you have 5, sometimes 6 tanks sitting a couple grids away who are not willing to move up and use their HP and their guns. So, again, map awareness, I think it's a buzzword. I use it frequently in a lot of my videos. I even made a video a while back specifically dealing with map awareness. And here we are again talking about this issue. I mean, literally this low VK 100 and VK 4502 are in the same position from the initial deployment in this match over 5 minutes ago. So, generally speaking, you are not going to win matches when you have that kind of performance. It just isn't going to happen. When you become static and unwilling to use your HP and use your gun, it's going to cause more problems than not. You have to look at your HP as a tradable asset. And if you can put yourselves into positions to take HP without giving it away, or double your HP output for what you give away. In other words, if I know I can peek on this tank with my reload, knowing your reload, knowing the reload of your enemy, I can peek and get 2 shots off from one. That's usually a good trade. But through map awareness, if you know that he's got 3 other tanks with him, that may not be the right thing to do. So, again, this is about those 2 VKs are still in D1. I mean, literally, their guns are completely out of position and unable to do any help in this match. So, again, guys, just I think the take-home point I'm trying to get here is be aware of your surroundings, be aware of the amount of HP that you have available to give away, and when it is suitable to trade that HP away to get damage done or to relocate so that you can start doing damage. So, again, map awareness, it's a buzzword. I know when I really started paying attention to that issue, I became a much better player, and I'm encouraging all of you to do the same. So, as usual, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.